Hi everyone, so today I'm going to be making a carrot gnome using Dollarama supplies. So what you're gonna need is your glue gun and glue sticks. I picked up some of the orange dye that I found at Dollarama. I'm gonna try and dye the white beard. So this came in a roll and I have used it for my other gnomes as well. So I just have a piece left. I picked up some pom-poms for the nose, a stem for the top of the hat. I got these cute little carrots. I was thinking maybe the gnome could hold a carrot or two. And then my sock with elastics. And actually I'm using a sock that's already pre-cut. So I'm gonna have to put the elastics on each end and then inside out. Just to use that up. And then I got some tea towels, and I'm also gonna need some rice. I also have some white wire ribbon. I don't know if I'll use it, but I have it here just in case as well. Okay, so we're just gonna get the body ready first. So I'm just going to tie the end that I previously cut. So you might not have to do this if your sock is a full sock. I actually use this sock with another gnome, so I'm just using the access part. And I just double tied it there just for extra support. And then there we go. So we'll fill this up with rice. A little bit of a mess here. On a little bit more. Okay, and we're just gonna double tie the top. And there we have our body. Okay, so the next step, we're just gonna set the body aside. And I'm just gonna use the dye that I got at Dollarama for $1.50. It's tangerine orange. And we're gonna go ahead and attempt to dye the white beard. So what it says to do is just to put the whole package in. With 500 mils of water. Oh, it looks kind of red. So I'm just gonna stir that. Okay, so you're gonna wanna use some rubber gloves so you don't dye your hands. And it's looking a little dark, so I think I might add a little more water. I kind of tested it on the side and it's a little more red than I wish, so I'm going to add a little more water and see if I can get it the orange that I want. So far I've put 500 mils and that's what it says too in the instructions. So I think I might add 50 more mils to the water and see what happens. Okay, so I'm just going to add that little bit more water and give it a stir. Okay, now let's go ahead and dye the beard. I'm just going to dip it right in, let it soak. It almost looks red. Hope it doesn't turn out that color. And it says to leave it in there for 30 minutes, but it's quite dark, so Just gonna take it out now. Okay, so the next step it says is to rinse it under some cold water. So I'm hoping when I do that it's gonna turn more orange. But I'll do that now and then I'll be right back. Okay, so here's how the beard turned out. It's a little on the pink side. So I could have maybe left it in a little longer, but what I did, I added a little more water because I thought it was a little too dark, and I just dipped it in, wrung it out, and blow dried it. And you do have to brush it to kind of fluff it back to the way it was. And I got the tangerine orange, and this is the color that it came out to. So this is what we're going to use. So the next step is we're just going to take our body and we're going to hot glue our beard onto the body. So the next step is we're going to make the hat, and I just got a piece of cardboard just from a ice cream box, and I'm just going to make it into a cone shape, and again hot glue it on the back and then hot glue it to the head. Okay, so we have the beard glued on and now the hat. So now we're going to take our tea towel and we're going to cover the hat up. And when you're covering the hat up with the tea towel, they are quite thin. So just double layer it as well, and then you won't be able to see through it as much. So I just picked a pattern that had orange in it. However, there are tea towels at Dollarama that are all orange as well. Okay, so once your tea towel is glued to create the two layers, you're just going to cover your hat up. So once you got your imperfect triangle, I think I need some new scissors because they didn't do well cutting this tea towel. You're just going to hot glue, which I've already done, all the sides together, and then you're going to hot glue the hat on. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. So the next step I'm going to do is just add the carrot top. So I'm going to take my stem, just cut a couple of these little pieces off the top, and then hot glue them to the top of the hat. Okay, so the next part is we're just going to add the nose, and for that I'm just going to use a pom-pom, and it's just a peach color. So I'm going to hot glue that on. Okay, so the next part is we're just going to make some arms, and what I'm going to do, what I did is just cut off the stem that we used for the top of the hat, and it's wired, so I'm going to use those as the arms. And then I'm going to take the Access tea towel and just roll it all the way around. And then apply hot glue there and then hot glue them on. Okay, so I got one hand made, or one arm. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same to this side, and then we'll glue them on. Okay, so to make his hands, all I'm going to do is just cut apart a small pom-pom, the same color as his nose. And it kind of just becomes a big fluff. And you can just take a little spot and then hot glue it onto the ends of the arms. And then that way it will look like his hands. Okay, so the last part is I'm going to put something in his hands. So I was thinking either the carrot and just kind of hot glue it there, or we could do a couple carrots, maybe just one. I also did pick up these signs. I got them in the garden section at Dollarama. And little clothespin on the back. And I do have some wooden skewers right here as well. So I was thinking about hot gluing the sign onto the wooden skewer and then having him hold the sign. And we could even add a carrot onto the sign, or so I'll go ahead and do that. So with the sign, they have this clothespin here. I think I'm going to remove the clothespin. Here we go. And then I'll hot glue the sign on. So probably want it, oops, right about there. Cut. Okay, so now I'm just going to hot glue the sign onto his hands. Okay, so just to finish him up, I'm going to hot glue a carrot onto the sign. So I think I'll put it just like that. And there we go, our carrot gnome.